Right, so we're walking along with Abby, who's our wonderful guide at the ice caves here, and we just looked at some bear bones there from a mother bear that got trapped in here, and the cubs unfortunately didn't make it either. We're not going down into the water to try the temperature, but some people here have put money in, and Abby tells me that at the end of the season that's how she gets paid. So she jumps in the water there and grabs all the pennies.
Right. Yeah, so this was caused by a halogen light that they set down here. Halogen lights burn very hot, so it ended up melting and refreezing multiple times. As kids have come down here, they've seen it as a wishing well and have begun to throw coins down, so you'll see coins scattered throughout this area. Now we have quite a bit of water on top of the ice, and that is due to the precipitation that we've received throughout the winter and the springtime. Now that water enters at a very warm temperature, so it takes a while to cool down and get a chance to refreeze. And we're going to be able to see that refreezing process underneath this walkway here. So we saw about a 4-inch increase of water on top of the ice this year. Back to this figure. These guys were found within the lava tube, and they're very local to the area. Many of the stalagmites that were like this that were down here were disturbed as they were harvesting out the ice.
And do you know how to tell the difference between stalactites and stalagmites?
So mites are mighty like mountains, and then stalactites come down from the ceiling.
I have got a different definition. Stalactites have got to hang on tight. Stalagmites might get up there one day.
Oh, how fun! Yeah. That's a cool one. Alright. And throughout this section, we're going to see ice stalagmites throughout this entire area.
So we're looking at stalagmites here, down in the ice cave where it's about 20, 22 degrees, and we think there's a storm outside. You can see the ice there starting to form up to the roof. So this was a natural cave.
Yes, this is a natural cave-in, and this occurred in the 1980s due to a very large earthquake. And that made this entire ceiling here fall. We also had an earthquake in 2020, however, it didn't affect this cave at all. Now we always have water seeping through this area of the cave, and that's because the lava rock above us here is about 40 feet, and the rest of the cave it's about 60 feet. So we constantly have seepage through this portion of the cave, and it enters a lot faster. So these guys are always constantly growing and receding, depending on how much precipitation we have throughout the year. And if you look over to your left-hand side, you're going to find a hole in the cave wall. That was another lava tube that was trying to form, but it became very unsuccessful, and that lava came in and seeped in through that hole, and the gases in the air escaped through the top hole that's up there. This occurs all throughout the lava tube, so as we walk back on the trail, it'll be hollow beneath us in many different places.
So we just hope there's no earthquakes at the moment.
What was that?
We hope there's no earthquakes today.
No, yeah, there shouldn't be. We should be okay. So here we're about 80 to 100 feet underground, and the cave stretches 1,000 feet from front to back. The ice back here is also about 14 feet deep. We also have that layer of water on top of the ice. This last year we saw about a 4-inch increase of water on top of the ice throughout all of the cave. Now looking up to your top right-hand corner, that is where you're going to find Russell Robinson's patching job. The black discoloration up there. This is filled in with actually tar paper, chicken wire, straw, and wood. He wanted to resemble the porousness of the lava rock, and in doing so, he was very successful, and that's how we're able to have ice down here today.
And you said it's about 14 foot deep, the ice here.
Yes, yeah, about 14 feet.
If you don't believe me, just have a look there. And do they use the ice to this day anywhere or not?
No. They've only used it for refrigeration purposes, and they stopped mining around 1930s.
Oh, that's very unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looking back along the cave, the way we've come, we'll head back that way.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the archway there, and we had a little trick here. We might just do it again. Under the UV lights over here, we could see some of the natural minerals glowing, so we'll just put a little bit more UV light on them, and we can see the beautiful colours showing up. Thanks, Happy, that's great.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and turn on the light.
Yep.
If you'd like to look down in 3, 2, 1.
And we're back on terra firma. And that's what we saw glowing with the ultraviolet lights. We're not going skinny dipping today, so free. So you can see here where the ice or the water seeping in is forcing these rocks out, and you can see some have fallen there. So it's all part of Mother Nature and the changing landscape. It's a great physical geography lesson down here.
And see it here too.
Right, now we can see temperature is about 28 degrees, and we're talking Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah.
So we're below freezing point, although it's quite pleasant here.